There we go.
Are you ready? Alright. Everybody, subbing on for Tottenham, number 23, Anthony Almeida. For number 10, Harry Kane.
Alright, let's see good. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to shout out with teachers for coming here. Ms. Sherman, Mr. B, staying here today. Justino, too, you know, kindness out of your heart came in for me.
It's my class.
Alright, guys. Oh, we want to. Alright. This is my midterm exhibition. Now, what is a midterm exhibition? A midterm exhibition, to me, is meaning that out of everything we learn through mid-year, through our internships, we put in a bunch of slides and talk about it. I am a 12th grade student, and hopefully graduating soon. Now let's start this off.
Fasten your seatbelt there,
Agenda. So what's on the agenda today, you ask? First off, we have our icebreaker. Then we have our academic reflection. We have our process to LTI. We have growing up with my passion, my future plans, and self-assessment. Next, please. Icebreaker. Who wants to play Duck the Goose?
Not
Let's
me.
call up John, Oscar, Justino, Bradley. Monty, come through if you want. Ollie, sword. So everybody sit in a circle, please, if you may. And everybody else will get up just so we can't see that good. Spread out. Spread out. Hey. Alright. So before we start playing, the meaning of this game says right here. It shows the advancements of my vehicles while maintaining velocity while in a turn. Alright, who wants to start it off? Come on, Oscar. But remember, you maintain your speed while running around. So demonstrate how my vehicles are working progress. Duck, 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 goose. Go! You have capture.
Car, velocity, speed. Made by Courtois.
You have to say it. That's it. That's what you gotta say.
And one. I'm not playing.
Sprint time. Put it by sprint.
Standing always wins the race. Remember that.
We got to step back.
Be patient.
Oh my God. Duck, 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 goose.
Doug. Goose. I'm maintaining a speed. He's maintaining speed.
Alright, thank you!
All game was right. Thank you, I tried.
For my next slide, here we have my academic reflection. So what I said to this is my strengths. When I put my mind to something I desire, I will strive to certain grades to make sure I achieve that certain something. I also have my first journal entry of my first internship day. And I said my first internship day went very swell. There was much to do, very hands-on. Well, what I first did at the job, I sanded a front bumper of a Toyota Corolla. I replaced the side step on the Honda Pilot, and I removed the truck bed from a Ford F-150.
Nice.
Next slide. And right here is just my grades for this cycle right now. Don't disregard the set because it's false. F is for false. As you can see, I have a 3.3 GPA. And throughout my freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year that I'm currently on, I've had Miss Sherman for math, and I'm very grateful that she could be here today and know everything she's taught me. And I mean, this is just the majority. You see, I'm a great student, made honor roll, and you know, I'm just living life out here as a high school senior about to graduate.
I'm just living life.
My academic reflection, this was for my writing piece. It's something I want to do after high school. Though I haven't decided, I do know I want to go to the military, but I haven't decided which branch I would like to go to, either the Navy, Marines, or U.S. Army. But, and also, while still making that choice, I'll definitely tell you guys what I choose. For businesses out of the military, I'd either like to start in real estate or create my own Herbalife company. Next, please. My process to LTI. All right, can you please click on resume?
No problem, Papa.
So some of the things I have done before in my work career, my work field, there was with my father. This is my father's company, Admiral Construction Incorporated. He mainly works around New York and Manhattan. And I had a chance to take your kid to work day. There's if you can scroll a little bit down, here's just some of the stuff I did that day. I swept, threw out garbage, carried cement, mixed cement, and carried bricks. So I mean, heavy labor, hard labor, gets the job done. At the end of the day, I got money. My Social Security Administration is where my mother works, and that also it was a taking child to work day as well. And what I did was I stamped envelopes, I shredded paper, stocked shelves, delivered mail, and just called people to the window to be helped. If you can stay up a little bit, please. My awards, I've gotten honor roll from the year 2013 and 14, and this is the honor roll I was just talking about, 2015 and 2016. I have a certificate of special congressional recognition. Was from what I did was I helped out the school community set up. If you guys remember the Hispanic parade in Independence Park, was a while ago, maybe a couple months ago, and I've earned that award for that. I have a Wilson Avenue School Instrumental Music Award from 2009 to 2012. I have a Dental Lines NCSA Soccer Award from 2011. And I have an Art and Music Award also from Wilson, 2012. And I have a Math Fair Award also from Wilson, 2006. The languages I know are, of course, English. I speak Portuguese, and I'm working on Spanish, even though it's similar. And I just want to let you know, because of my awards, I've been to Wilson Avenue School from pre-K to 8th grade, and here at Eastside High School, living the life. Next slide, please. My passion. Now, just let me brace yourselves. Brace yourselves, honestly. The single most beautiful car ever made in my life. Well, in everybody's life. The Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. And I love this car. And this picture just has everything to do with it. You can see the off-road specialties. You can see how beautiful it looks. Just everything. It's a world-class car. And actually, one day on my internship, I was sitting in a Jeep Wrangler, and I mean, I was on my lunch break. When I'm at LT, I always eat lunch in the cars. And they don't let me, but I just think I just get in the way anyway, just because I like to feel out the cars. And when I saw this car there, to be honest, I was crying because I don't see too many, and that was the one in my LTI sleigh. I sat in it for the first time. And it felt amazing, And what I want to do for my passion is I want to learn the skills to depend on myself. I want to depend on myself for anything. I don't want anybody's help except for mine, because that wastes your time and wastes your money. So it's better to learn. Teaching others what I know. Someday, I would like to be a mentor, just like how I have for my LTI. How I was the student, I was learning from my mentor. I want a student to learn from me. That's how I feel. And I want to create my own car brand. And we'll get to that in the next slide. So, the problem. Oh, I think this is a leg, so I'm not sure. I got this photo on the Google, so it's probably like a dead picture.
Leg?
Yeah, it looks like a leg. I don't know. Problem. There is too much pollution in the air caused by cars using gasoline. And all that pollution is just bad for your breathing, bad for health, bad for everything. My vehicles will be running on solar and lunar energy. Can somebody tell me what that is? What does that mean?
Solar is almost like they use rays from the
Sun and moon energy. How?
Okay,
We'll
we'll get to that. Next slide, please. My purpose. My purpose for my passion has always been clear. Through middle school, high school, I've always known what it was. I'll give you an example. 7th grade, Wilson Avenue School, here we are again. I had to write this persuasive essay, and there was a show and tell included. So as me, before I found out my favorite car was Jeep Wrangler, I really loved 1969 Pontiac GTO. So that was my favorite car at the time, and I brought it in for show and tell. And what I was explaining about it, I didn't know too much about it then, but I was talking about it, discussing, people were asking me questions, and everybody sees that I had the real desire to pursue cars in my lifetime. And this is what I did. I've always loved cars, I've always been around with it since I was younger. And I mean, it's a great feeling to go for your passion. Next, please. My product. To create my own, as I said before, create my own car brand that runs on solar and lunar energy to help prevent pollution in the air. Developing my own vehicles to add more variety into the automobile market, which is also a good factor. Next slide, please. Product development. All right. What areas are particularly interesting to the student? I guess getting to know my vehicle. When I get to know my vehicle, I just like to scan in just to go around, see what I'm dealing with, because of that overall feeling that I love cars. Workers teach me how to do my assigned task, and I ask them for help when needed, and I mean a lot of help is always needed because this is just a new field for me, going inside the cars, so I mean, and I'm doing a lot too. What would be the real project for the mental health site? I guess just working with him and knowing my strengths and weaknesses on the job. Is there a part of an ongoing project that a student could take on? I say the project that I'm there every Wednesday would be, I'm assigned to a new car every week, so that's my new project basically. What type of work would most benefit the student? I guess having a shadow day with the boss just to see his perspective of the company. Even though he doesn't work too much in the shop, he's like the manager, he manages everything. And I would just like to see that, just try to have that experience with him so I know how to run a company of my own. All right, what does the organization look for to determine the quality of these products? How will this work evaluate the workplace? Okay, I will be able to work outside and inside the shop and learn and learn how my mentor does what he does. What models can the student look to gain a better understanding of the project and level of required? I guess just going in depth to what I liked and what I didn't like, so I can adjust my weaknesses from my strengths, and I can build on my weaknesses while also building on my strengths. Next slide, please. My learning goals. I guess just address my preparation, time, and concentration, because all those key factors, well, as I said, were key, and there's something to be successful in life, no matter what you do. What can be added to embrace depth of work? I guess just adding relevant reading, like displaying graphs, and more work to be given to us, because the more work is the way we learn. And yeah. What work material? Yeah, so just so we gain more responsibility. What work materials will be drafted, saved, moved back and forth between workplace and school? I guess my mind, my body, and my soul, that's what all I want to put into this. Put it all into creating my new company, all into creating, just building myself as a better person. And I just want to explore my mind and open up to new opportunities, new ideas that I could put into my cars. Next slide, please. All right. My LTI activity. So what I did, when I worked with some of the people that were working with me, not necessarily just my mentor, but other people who were on the job. So what I did, I replaced fenders, side steps, bumpers. I took off a lot of bumpers. The cool part was they let me drive the cars in and out of the shop. So I was driving a different car every week, so that was awesome. I drove like a Cadillac Escalade, I drove the Honda Pilot, I drove a Honda Civic. I didn't get to drive the Jeep Wrangler outside. I drove many cars.
You ever drove the Tesla?
Yeah, they let me drive it in on the shop. I just gotta be like, just don't crash or anything. They taught me how to change tires. I replaced insulation in the doors. And that doesn't mean rob cars. I mean like jack. Like I had to put the jack in to level it up. Next slide, please. My self-assessment. I only have one bullet here because it's the main bullet. Big picture showed me a new life of learning. 3 years. 3 years! I was in regular classes. The first year, I want to give a special thanks to Monty for bringing me in to this program. And what? Just, can you put your head up, please?
Knocked up.
But I just want to say, regular classes completely different ballgame than what Big Picture is. Big Picture offers internship. They offer laptops. They don't even, regular classes, they don't trust us with electronics at all. This is the type of responsibility that they trust us with in Big Picture. And I'm so grateful to being here. And I know I made the right decision for my senior year. Next slide, please. And my reflection. My life at Newark Collision Auto Body, it's actually located 44 Hunter Street. And I mean, it was great and it was tiring. And there was long hours, but really hard work that you have to do, and you have to stay there for a long time. But it was great because I would explore something I really loved, and I would explore new ways just to enhance myself and becoming familiar with this field. What I've learned, basically what I just said, and sadly, the last bullet. I've lost interest in not only in my internship, but in this passion too. Throughout my internship, I've been here for 3 months. Hey, so the loss of interest in my internship, I've been there for 3 months, and I've known it's not what I want to do anymore. And even though I just gave a big presentation about my passion, I still love cars. I always will love cars, but I've lost interest in this kind of field and working on cars. And it's something that impacted me heavily because it's the only thing I wanted to do in my life. But that just makes me a better person to find new opportunities for myself to get out there and find another thing that I love. Next slide, please. Thank you. And just based, I'm married.
Let's take some questions.
Oh, right.
Wait, he's choking.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's you're not passionate about you're saying you're not passionate about cars anymore and you don't want to work with cars anymore? Is that what you said?
Oh no, I'm still passionate about cars.
Yeah.
It's that just in the field of like working on them, repairing,
Yeah.
I've lost interest in that field. That's
So
what
do you want to do anything with cars in the future, like maybe like engineering or anything like that, or is it just starting your own brand and stuff like that? So okay.
Multi-million.
So since you lost interest in this, what is your plan B? Because I know you say your project is to build your own car brand, but if you're losing interest on this, what's your plan B to help pursue your big project?
So I mean, this idea is always going to be in the back of my head, and it's always going to be something I fall back on if nothing else works for me. Because then again, I still love cars, but it's just this line of work I have a problem with. But my plan B basically is what I had on one of the slides to join the military and to one day start out my own business, either real estate or a purple.
Oh, you got tired because you were tired of changing the
No, it's because working there for 3 months, I've noticed that, because it's not that it's hard work, it is hard work, but that's not the reason why I didn't want to do it anymore. It's because it's just like I felt a change in myself, that I know that I didn't think I was going to love that line of work, because before this internship, I've never worked on cars before in my life. And just experiencing how it was, I know it's not what I want to do anymore.
Thank you.
So, do you want to continue with the aspect of cars, maybe from like a branding? You don't want to necessarily work on cars mechanically, but are you still interested in working in cars like from a because you said like owning your own business, so maybe from like the corporate end, maybe working in marketing or something? Because I noticed you like to sell stuff, right? Like you talk about real estate, talk about Herbalife, we see you all the time, or kind of with your pitch. So I'm wondering if there's a way that you could maybe marry those two passions, and maybe you'd be interested in working in marketing or the business end of the car industry. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, like I've always had in my mind that I would always make my own business, but to go do that, you do need hard work, you do need to make money. And I mean, just the thought of having people work for you instead of working for other people, that just makes me why I want to start my own company. Like that makes me firmly grasp like why I want to do this. Honestly.
Specifically, what do you think, Ms. Wiseman? What do you guys think?
Miss White, really? Miss Sherman.
Ms. Sherman.
That's
Oh,
okay.
sorry.
That's
I had 3 hours of sleep. I can't think right
I have to say, I was very surprised by the last statement on your part. After your very enthralling presentation, to hear that it was no longer a passion for you, that was surprising to me. But I don't see you often enough in college to know that you do a sales pitch all the time. So is it that you like selling? Or is it that you want to be your own business owner and be the only employee? Do you want to have employees?
Yes, I want to be my own business owner, but I do want to have my own employees. But first off, I want to start out just by having my own business, working for myself, make the money like single-handedly. And when it's time to expand, I guess I would hire people within, and that's how I would make my business like that.
Okay, I'm not familiar enough with the internship role, so you said that you would sometimes see the manager of the shop. Did you get to partner with him at all?
No, I didn't. Sadly, no. Oscar?
So for your final product for next exhibition, is it going to be related to cars or 2 different things?
It's going to be completely different.
Alright,
So to follow up on Oscar's question, have you thought about what your next, because I know you're changing your internship, that's also something that we didn't mention. Have you thought about what a new project might look like to go with your new internship? Or are you still like thinking about that?
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I just gotta experience how my next internship is gonna be. Oh, and by the way, my next internship is gonna be with the U.S. Army, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of things like. Sadly, I can't do physical training anymore because they don't allow me to. But I can still train with them like outside the job. I'm gonna go to some forts, I believe, with my recruiter. We're gonna do like a lot of paperwork, just see how the military is from the inside. So I'm very excited about that.
Why don't we start giving some feedback, so positive things about the presentation, and any tips or suggestions that you would like to give Anthony for improvement?
Eddie?
I like your PowerPoint overview, and then the very last thoughts that you did. That was very powerful, because not all of us are comfortable coming out and telling the truth about how we feel about our exhibition. So that's really good, and that you turned into a positive thing. You can put it out there.
Thank you, John.
Well, you did one thing that I didn't see a presenter do, was ask the crowd a question and get an answer back from them. So that was really good.
Thank you.
You look professional, presentable, you were clear with your, things. That's cool.
Thank you.
You were, you had the knowledge to back up your slides, which is great. I like the fact that you did your internship and you found out you did not like that part of the business, but don't give up on that business. There might be other parts of, automobile industry you like.
Yes, sir. This one, would you like to say anything?
Dino?
enthusiastic about what you said on certain parts, and I like how you kept it real, like saying the truth about your passion. That's not really something you want to go for.
Thank you. Bradley?
Well, I don't know, the last part when he said that he wasn't interested, it caught me by surprise because, you know, he was really going in at, you know, talking about the cars and all that. So I was like, maybe he likes it. But then that end really, it caught me off guard. Yeah, so you did a good job, you know. So, yeah.
Thank you. Bradley?
I like seeing how you gave so much energy in your presentation and how it showed everyone like how much passion you have for cars, even though you lost interest for that part of the industry, but how much you love cars.
Thank you. What about you, Mo?
It was really great though. Like I really like the layout of your slides though. It's like different cars in every slide. Like it was connected to your passion though. It was great.
Thank you.
Okay, so just like everyone else, I was actually really shocked at the very end that you lost all your passion because your presentation was similar to Monty's in that you were very passionate about the cars and you were like Jeep Wrangler and all this. So I'm like, oh wow, okay, like he knows what he's talking about. And then at the very end, I'm like, oh okay. But I thought you had a very good presentation. Like you have a very good presence on the, I'll just say stage or in front of the class, but you have a very good presence, you have a very nice voice. I really wanted to know, like maybe if you had talked about what your next internship was going to be or something, or like give us a hint, but maybe you want to leave that as a surprise for the next.
I did.
Oh, you did?
No.
Oh, okay. I think the only thing I was a little about, maybe because I wasn't part of it, was the Delta Juice icebreaker.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I don't know, like, maybe it's because I wasn't part of it. So, but that's the other one.
If you want me to explain, I can explain.
The
So the reason why I picked all the
Yeah.
gentlemen I picked was because while everybody's sitting down in a circle, right? And there's one person up. And my cars would be to maintain velocity while in a turn. So you know how in a regular car, in a regular automobile, you have to slow down in order to turn. You might slip, you might turn, like that, spin out of control. My cars would have the technology to maintain the same velocity while making that turn.
Can you fill me in on Herbalife? I don't know much about it.
Herbalife?
Here we go.
All right, Herbalife, I'll just get to the bottom of it. It's mainly a nutrition company. There's help with weight loss, weight gain, weight maintenance, everything that suits you is good and great for everyday life. I take it every day, I feel 100% amazing. And as you can see, my enthusiasm and everything is all natural for you, so you'll never get any side effects, nothing bad. Here.
Are you God? You seem to want to break the laws of physics.
No, I'm not.
Jerry, I'm just a joke.
What made you choose that company to start something like Herbalife?
Herbalife?
You know, when you see a lot of people around you, they don't really follow a healthy diet. Like, what made you think like people would buy your product?
Okay, I guess I'll start off with my introduction to Herbalife. About a year and a half ago, about 3 years ago, my brother started, his friend got him into it. And that's where I got into it, from my brother. And there's actually one of these stores that me and my brother go to. And just more information, you can try some of the products. And I mean, it's great. Like, after taking it for a while, you can see the changes in your body, see the changes in your attitude. And also, everybody that's deals with Herbalife, since we feel good, it's a great community. And this summer, I'm going to a Herbalife extravaganza in July. It's about a week long, I believe. And my brother went to one in Atlantic City last year, and he said everything was so positive, everything was great. There's a lot of celebrities there. And I mean, with Herbalife, you can build your own business, you can build just your own lifestyle. And you don't have to work for anybody else, as I said before. You can make your own company and live off of what you make and what you do. But you do have to put in the hard work. So
That was tough though.
I'm just going to give the final feedback so that we can kind of move on. So overall, I think you did a great presentation. I love how engaging you were. We definitely started to connect the icebreaker with your presentation, when you introduced it, it was just like the follow-up afterward, which you provided that explanation after Ms. A just asked. So just keep in mind, like, make sure that everything kind of connects, because that's part of the flow of the whole presentation. But I thought it was a good icebreaker once the connection was made.
I actually made that up yesterday.
Okay. What I wanted to see more of is like more detail in your academic reflection. It was a little bit like short. You could have talked more about like specific like academic strengths you have, and even like personal qualities that are really helping you as a student. Because I'm looking at your grades, you're doing really well. So there's things that you're doing and qualities you have that are helping you to get those good grades, and that's kind of what we were looking for you to talk about in your reflection on that part. And then just more depth to the project piece. I know you're going to change your project, obviously, so when you start thinking about your next project and how that's going to work with the Army, think about like what is the specific problem you want to address and how your project is going to kind of solve that problem. And I also don't want you to lose sight of the whole car passion, because I think it's definitely still there. I just think that the good thing is that you figured out through the internship process that you don't want to be a mechanic or you don't want to work in auto body, which is good to know that now, right? So that you don't waste your time later.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, you still have the passion for the cars, but you've identified that it's in a different way. And just listening to you talk about the cars, it seems like you know a lot about brands, you know a lot about style, you know a lot about features, right? So those are all things that are still important, and maybe you can hone your passion in a different direction in the future. So don't lose sight of it. Just think about how you can still be passionate and maybe use it in a different way. And just one like little thing is the slides. Like just be careful with certain images and text, because sometimes it's hard to read the text. If it's like maybe use a highlight or a solid background, you know, as an overlay to make it easier to read. Other than that, I think it's done.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So I put in a lot of creativity with all the different colors and all the. I should get some points for creativity, right?
You should not.
No comment. All right, thank you, Anthony. Good job.